They just started doing it, and then they started taking pictures. I was like, okay, one of the things.
Because I,
Everywhere Tuesday.
yeah, I don't know how to find it. I know.
I said, no, I told her too. I looked at Chelsea and I said, you know that? She's like, yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you. And she wanted to make sure she didn't schedule herself to work on.
I was like,
Yeah.
and I didn't ask, because I decided I wasn't going. When we felt rushed out.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
But then I don't get to see them.
Well, Scott, I don't, cameras
I saw them, but mom and dad.
going or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was.
We say is every year that we're gonna go.
So they have, this is.
I don't think it is. It's got power. There it is.
Yeah, we have the, you know, they do.
So I am.
So anyway, their director,
Smile, Kathy.
she's
Keep it pointed back.
spent a ton of hours.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. So we're all on the live stream tonight for the first time. So the information's there. And we'll start in with the billing adjustments. The Nathan Gill Reservation Gas Credit adjustment from good account to utility account. There's $0, but had to be done that way. So we need to approve that in the minutes.
I'll make a motion, I'm sorry. I'll make a motion to approve the 0.00 for Nathan Gill.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Don't give me the
This is zero paperwork. It's a zero paperwork world.
That'll be a monthly thing. You have to do 50% credit from his prepayment.
Okay, now we got the Anthem renewal for 2026. We all got an email copy of that. So the current premium is $10,616.98, and the renewal rate is $11,350.78.
I move we approve the Anthem renewal for 2026 and an amount of $11,359.78. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, we got the sewer ban request, withdrawal request from HWC for the services for the wastewater treatment facility. And then you can see they there that grand total $53,050.
Motion that we take care of that. I can't think.
Your tongue tied?
Yes. HWC, yep.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Jeez,
I know.
I never thought I'd ever see this.
It's been a while.
Wait.
So Kathy's note there, keep the yours, our guidance papers intact, so we'll know what to do in case of emergency.
Right here. I need to type me in. New cheat sheet.
You can watch it.
Mhm.
I'm the only person.
So how did you get to?
I searched for town. Road.
I didn't- I didn't get up there yet because.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Diana,
I have two things. The first thing is that we have our craft bazaar here at the community center on Saturday. We'll be setting up tomorrow. And I've had nothing to do with it other than a little bit of advertising. Angela's taking care of all of that. And then the other thing is I'm waiting on the township trustee to let me know if the advisory board is going to approve the purchase of the metal for the shelter at Reader Park South. And then, if not, then we'll get try to write a grant to Park County Community Foundation to see if we can get the funding through them. And that right now, other than the fact that we're trying to start surveys for the new 5-year park master plan, which we have to begin writing because after 2026, our other plan will be finished and we'll have to have a new.
at the end of 2026.
Yes, so we need to start getting one approved this coming year. And I think that's about all I have at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cindy.
First, wanted to thank Kathy and John and the board for getting the request for the extension for the Okra part of the grant on the water project to me. I apologize for not being able to be here in person in November. But if you weren't on copy or received the communication, that extension through August 31st of 2026 was approved. We've already utilized all of the Okra grant funds. Those reimbursement stuff come through, but we still have to keep them on board of everything that's going on. So that was all good. And then the other piece is just to touch base with you on the income survey we did for the wastewater. That was also approved, so the town is eligible to apply for funding. We had a couple of email communications between Dustin and Scott about the timing of that. So the way Okra has changed their guidelines, they don't accept the fact that says, oh, we've also applied to SRF for funding. They want that to be awarded before they will consider that part of your matching funds. So because of that, we would, if you choose to move forward, you would apply then in the round 2 for Okra, which is typically in the fall. So ahead of that, we understand we also have to prove a pretty good case for community engagement. This is something the community wants to see done. So I just wanted you tonight to think about the best way to approach our community here through surveys, conversations, specific meetings, things like that. Last time we used a paper and online survey, and Dustin helped prepare some of the questions so that it was termed in the way that it made sense for what we were needing to do and how it affected the public and kind of gauge their input. So I'm assuming we can go ahead and take that same approach unless you have some other suggestions or ideas and ways to gain some public input on the need for that project.
With that, I'm gonna say we do the same
I
thing.
would too. Yeah, public meetings don't seem to gather that much attention. so.
No, I think we get more participation out of it that way, didn't we?
We draw the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would also ask though, if you have any communication with any member of the public, verbally in writing, social media, any of that related to the wastewater issues, that we start retaining any of those pieces as well, because that we can also use. As we've collected, through this year, so, well, through this next coming year. So I know that's hard to think about when you're talking about it, but it's very helpful if we can have those communications saved.
If we put it down on paper and
Yeah, if it's a verbal conversation, it might be just something on paper like, hey, we met at the post office and Joe said da 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 da, and we're addressing this by considering this project. If it's a social media kind of thing, because we know people love to put stuff out there where they're not accountable, and
Yeah.
So absolutely, or if John gets a call, a complaint, things going on. So those were very helpful in the last funding request we made. So that's all I have.
thank you,
Thank you.
John.
On the utility side, we haven't got an official quote yet, but tank of the vac station is going to need cleaned out. The verbal quote with Eco Infrastructure, which did it last year, did a good job. It's going to be somewhere between $3,500 and $4,000. So I thought that was reasonable. It's actually cheaper than last year. I think we were 44 or 45 last year. So and then I sent you all an email today about a quote for the furnace for the police station that's went out. So really, we just need to make a decision on what we're going to do there. It doesn't really matter to me. I put some data out there for you to ponder on, and as long as we got heat, we're not going to care.
Did you feel like the more efficient one was the better buy?
Yeah, I mean, it's more efficient, but your return's 10 years out, right? Like, so the question, I don't know. The one thing I didn't ask him was like, most people, when they go to put a furnace in their house, is above 90% efficiency. I've not known anybody to buy an 80% efficiency furnace for their house, but maybe they do. They sell them. I just.
They're pretty much phasing those out anyway. So for service and parts.
That was my concern, but without Paulette here to explain any of that, I don't have the answer. So.
You need a decision tonight, John?
Yeah, we have no heat. I'll make a motion that we proceed with the higher quote and the higher efficiency furnace for the police station. So he's going to require, Kathy, did you see that? Okay.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him to make sure he put that on there.
Okay.
So that we
And I
can,
included it in the email I sent to them.
so that's included in the motion for the prepayment of $39.50.
Yes. You didn't hear that.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Outside of that, it's just, it's been the week of pushing snow, and they did a lot of Christmas decor.
Looks
Trees
nice.
are nice.
Very good. Thank you.
Yep.
The star looks nice on the tree. I noticed that today.
And then I sent you the email about the employee evaluations. They're complete. Brad really didn't have anything else on the utility side. He said, the pole, everybody knew about the pole that caught on fire. It's all changed out and well, so. That's all we got. And I didn't bring anything from the police side because I felt like I just gave it to you. So Thank you.
Brody was over with Colson and the lights went out. So a few nights ago, Brody called me and he said, we just asked Colson what he was gonna do tonight. And Colson said, we're gonna go to Nan's and the power is gonna go out.
Right?
He said, no, that's. not-"
Decorations look real nice. I was gonna say that too.
They look very nice. Yeah.
And I like the idea that we're getting the upper end heater. 10 years is, I know it seems like 10 years, is a long time to wait on coming back, but that during that period of 10 years, technology on those things goes up so fast that it could well be close to obsolete by that time.
Yeah.
So it's better to go higher. That's all I got. Everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Well,
I told Jay, I talked to Mike Adams, that's with IMPA, the service corps, about calling John. And he told me yesterday he'd get him called, so. And that's to see about getting Riker some time with one of their linemen to get some hours in. So just trying to see if it's even feasible on their end first before we check our end to see too far what we're doing.
And I do have a handwritten note about some flags that you and I discussed while you're talking. So,
Okay, go back to it. You can talk better than I can tonight.
well, I just wrote.
Yeah. I was looking at flags for the 250th anniversary of the country, something special for July 4th on the poles. And we've got some money yet in the park board from the township that can be spent. And I didn't know how many you want, what type you want. It's a one-time user, you know. Do you want all of them in town changed or every other one of them? Or
I was thinking every other one might be cool.
I think so too. Mhm.
and then you talk about.
We're talking 6, we put 6 up Jackson Street, the park board did, so that'd be 3. I don't know how many. I think you had 15.
Yeah, but we ordered an extra or 2, I think, just to have, and I don't know if they've all been. I wasn't prepared for that number, so.
Okay.
It's gonna be, I
Yeah,
mean,
I think so.
yeah, half of them is gonna be 8, roughly 10.
So why don't we order a dozen flags?
Okay.
And I think the price on them was running about $55, I think, a piece. And that's gonna be a pretty good flag.
It depends on which one you were looking at. They're all about $49 on here now. That's what you
Yeah.
sent me, so. Is that something you guys are gonna take care of, so you can pick out what you want, or do you want?
I'll order whatever you guys want, or anybody wants, but I can't put them up.
Yeah. So
I won't put them up.
we wanna just bring some pictures for the next meeting
Okay.
and make a decision on which one we wanna order.
They got a
I
lot
think
of
that's-
pretty ones.
Probably the best idea.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if there's, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an official government 250th anniversary flag or not. Do you? I haven't. We've looked at a lot of them, but I've never seen where there was just an official flag. Maybe that's something we need to look into. Let's see.
Okay. Fire department wise, the Christmas parties this coming Saturday for the kids at 3.
2.
Huh?
I think it's at 2.
I think it's
Oh.
3.
They moved it to 2?
They moved it to 2 last year,
Oh, really?
and I
It's
thought
at
it was
2 or 3.
Yeah.
And we had, I think it was 127 runs on the board through November, and we've had 4 this month already. So it's gonna be a big month. And I think that's all I got.
Thanks, Paul.
Now, you're welcome, Vic.
I talked to Dirk here out of Tampa about the rate study and so forth. The lady that did it for Rampa is retired and he didn't replace her. He gave me a couple names. I don't know, the only one I knew was Buzz Crone, you know, but
Oh, I know.
yeah, kind of white hair. He usually shows up at the Christmas or the last meeting of the year. He gave me another name that I didn't know whether they want to pursue that or go locally or.
Somebody with some electrical experience would be good because it's not as, simple as calculating your others. But I mean, I don't know him personally. I've dealt with his company or his firm a couple times on projects, and they have a staff of people who seem that's their main focus, I think, is municipal rate stuff. So
There's definitely gonna be some infrastructure improvements that are gonna need to be made going forward. So we need somebody that can help us figure that part out.
Okay, I'll get back with Dirk and get some more information, contact. I
mean, I can reach out to him too, Jay, if you want to. I mean,
I can.
Okay.
You know. I don't remember who the other people was, but I know I've met the other time or two. If you see him, you'll remember.
let's get around.
It's like that. Donna?
I just want to say thank you to the guys for doing the roads and whatnot, because like our road, it's still really icy, ours, because of our trees, but I do appreciate the fact that they get up there and try to get as much off as they can. Makes it a lot easier for me to get in and out. So I've seen him out. He was out pretty late one night, cold.
I was on the phone with him Saturday. Said it was probably time to get started and they have to work.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Makes sense.
I think it was the last time that we were here, we were talking about, there were some pictures, Diana, or somebody had some pictures that you were looking up for a place. We talked about maybe putting them in the hallway. You remember that?
Trophies.
Or was it trophies?
Yeah.
Trophies, not pictures, right, trophies.
Right?
Well, we
Yeah.
had talked as we were leaving that there's room here
Okay,
that maybe we could,
put them here.
yeah, there's the bookcase out there and there's room down here. And
We just need some shelving of some kind. Yeah.
so I had just
Yeah. They
remembered
removed-
that we had talked about that.
Well, they removed them from the school cafeteria and I think it was one of the custodians got a hold of Penny and asked Penny, they were just gonna throw them away. And so she asked Penny and Penny went over and they're in her garage.
Okay.
So they're safe, but I think there are more shelving that can be put in this case. Paul's dad built that case and there are more areas for shelving that could be put in there. So some of them could be put there.
Sure.
And then we talked about just taking some of the plaques off of the trophies and just put them on a big wooden
That might not be a
plaque
bad idea either.
and then just hang
Save
them
some
up
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that way.
Well, I know it had been talked about up at the
I forgot about
park or
it.
something like that, but
Right.
as we were leaving, we were talking that there is room here. So maybe here would be a good, there's already things in the hallway anyway, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the other thing was, John's hours and that, are we gonna discuss that?
We do that at
Okay.
executive.
Okay. Okay. That's all I have.
The only other thing I have is, I know you all have heard about Edie Bumgarner passing away.
Mhm.
And the family had requested in lieu of flowers, if anybody wanted to donate to the community center. So I'm just trying to figure out how, we received a $400 check yesterday, a $100 check today.
Wow.
Can we do a drop down donation fund to track that in?
You can, don't we have a community center fund?
We do.
You don't want to
But
just
I
put it
didn't-
in there?
Well, I didn't know, they wanted something special to be done in her memory.
Mhm. In that
So
case,
I
you may
just
want
wanted
to make that,
Guidance from you guys.
yeah, that, if you're planning, I mean, you might, if you put it in community center fund and then you get that 500 and you decide we're gonna use that to build, or buy a new case to put the, whatever, you know, that, you could probably pretty easily show that. But if you wanted to just have a special, another separate Montezuma Community Center donation fund and
Do it that way.
do it that way, it's more, you know,
Whatever's easiest.
Well, and with not knowing how much is gonna come in, so just not coming in, maybe for now, just do it that way, and then maybe the family can choose later on down the road what they
Yeah.
like to.
I think that's a good idea.
something.
Think how we
Yeah.
could use it. And- Yeah, okay.
Maybe you could, just a suggestion, use it for something to take care of the trophies,
Mhm.
you know, whether it's the big wooden
You put a-
plaques or the,
her name on it
Yeah.
as a, you know, donation. in
Memory
memory of-
or dedication. Thank you. Sounds good then.
Scott?
Couple things for your next meeting I want to give you a heads up about. I do think that the petition to vacate that street off of Aztec Drive that's never really been named or doesn't barely exist. I talked to that woman, who wants to buy the house last week. I talked to Jimmy Hugenbark Monday. I think it's supposed to go in the paper, make on in the paper yesterday. I didn't look. Cause she has to file this, she has to get a petition, but she's planning, I think, on being here at your next meeting in person to, ask to have the street vacated. I also, we have to refinance a couple of our we have borrowed money from our electric utility to pay for water and sewer projects. I've argued with the State Board of Accounts about it. I've surrendered at this point. So, because they punished Kathy, not me. So we're going to refinance those at your next meeting. We'll do resolutions to refinance those, and it's going to look strange because it's going to show you continue to make these, you know, whatever they are, $20,000 a year payments, and then you're going to owe this big $400,000 payment in 2030, which you won't be able to make. So we have to mark our calendars for 20, yeah, in 2029, we'll just say, well, we're going to refinance that again, and we'll just keep stretching it out in 5-year increments until it is paid. And I think that will satisfy them.
Yeah, they were pretty adamant about that.
They'll have that for you at your next meeting. I worked on it a little bit today, but I need to get with Kathy to make sure my numbers jive with her numbers on what we've paid so far. As long as we are making our payments, they should. I also, if you remember, a month or 6 weeks maybe ago, one of the companies that's doing a solar project in Vermilion County, the one that's by the plant, wants permission to utilize some of our easement that I have no idea why we have it. So I did inquire with them about compensation, and they emailed me today and said they're running it up the ladder because I said we had a meeting tonight, and so I don't have anything to offer you yet, but they need it. So
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. The other thing, I was playing with my headphones here because I was trying to listen to the meeting, and the audio is quite good. It's a good location for it. It picked up, it could hear your voice very clearly. I could hear, you know, John talking, and it runs, I don't know, a minute behind here, 30 seconds, 35, 40 seconds, but I'm still doing person watching, but
That's probably good right now.
Yeah.
You had to try to get some subscribers.
No, that's only if you do it from an iPhone or an iPad. You have to have.
I
to be
subscribe,
subscribed.
so I'm a subscriber now, so I
Yeah.
will get alerts, but
I don't think we'll have any problem getting subscribers.
it's working.
We'll get it out there tomorrow or Monday, and probably Monday. Tomorrow's disconnect day, so it'll be busy.
Will it go on the bill or on our utility bill, or you'll send a
I'm
letter?
probably gonna put it on the Facebook page and our reach alert, we can put it on there. And usually the Facebook page, everybody shares it, it gets out there pretty quick.
It's interesting to me. There are, like in the towns I go to that are doing it, people do watch.
Yeah.
People who've never come to a meeting. And I was meeting with somebody from Dana last week and they were like, yeah, I saw the last 10 mornings. You watch it? Yeah.
People are bored.
They don't come, but they will
Make
watch.
us comforted around home.
Anything else? You got anything?
I said, make a motion to adjourn.
We going?
Goodness, I can't talk today, this meeting. I can't.
Okay.
Camera shot.
We will stick around, have our executive meeting.
Who seconded that?
I did.
You did.
I